You guys have seen the Lite Skiff Air before, and it is an incredible micro skiff that can fit in a car, on top of a car, in the bed of a truck, whatever you need it to do. It is a two-person skiff with a reinforced bottom, great for rivers and small bodies of water, but it can still take a pretty powerful outboard. Gosh, those guys are just ripping. And you saw it, how it comes out of the box. And this is what we're doing with it today. We are going to, for the first time, throw a gas outboard on it, add a second seat. We need to foam this sucker because that plate was piping hot, and of course, we didn't have a trolling motor before. So today, I'm gonna show you how I install that trolling motor, how I install the foam, the entire process, and we're gonna take it out and give her a rip, baby. Of all the EVA foam videos that we have done on this channel, I have yet to find a sponsor until now. Check this out. They reached out. I said, I have a boat that desperately needs some upgrades, including EVA foam. So this company is called hzkaicun. 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 I'm not joking. I emailed them saying, "Daggum, how do you say your name?" And they just responded, basically, it's exactly how it's spelled. hzkaicun. And then they proceeded to send me one of the most lengthy emails I've received about why their 3M adhesive backing is superior to everybody else's. So I love these guys, all right? You can click the link in the description to check them out. And I don't need much foam for this boat. All we're gonna do is this platform, maybe that down there. I have not decided yet, probably not. And I wanna do where my knife is sitting, that little flat platform right there. So I was like, you know, send me a decent amount because I might want a little bit left over for another project and we can work together on something else. Shaboing. I thought that was gonna be way cooler. Dadgummit. Come on, you lengthy oh, don't roll my ankle. This thing's fighting back. Dude. This is... That's a lot of foam. Oh. Oh, it smells like permanent marker. So I went with like this blackish gray diamond pattern right here, which I think will do really well because I already have black EVA foam and it doesn't heat up in the sun like you think it would, except this gets piping freaking hot, as you can imagine. This is solid metal, so this gets extraordinarily hot and unusable. So, this should be pretty good. We're also going to install a transom mount on the bow for my trolling motor. So we need to go ahead and make sure that's even gonna fit, which it will fit right here, I believe, but I don't know if I want that much overhang. I think I might do something like this, and then it can run that way. Trolling motor can go that way. That way, if I have another person with me, it's gonna hang over that instead of, yeah, uh-huh. That's nice. This is essentially the plan. We are going to, I guess we'll just line this corner up right here so we kind of have a baseline here, yeah. And I was gonna get a pin and trace around it and take my time, but I forgot a pin. So we're just gonna go straight to cutting, and I just moved it. This might not be good. Good thing we got a freaking lot of foam, dude. Good thing we got a lot of foam. Super easy to cut so far. And I'm angling my blade so it kind of cuts inward, so there's no like overhang, or at least as little as possible. And we can trim what needs to be trimmed later. Get that 45 degree. Gosh, this stuff cuts real nice. I've had stuff that does not cut this nice. Looks like we got some pretty nice cuts here. Now I figured the corners would be a little bit tricky. We can go ahead and finish those up. Listen, it ain't gonna be perfect. Nothing I've ever done is. Let's see how this big piece turned out. I'm not even gonna flip it over yet. We're just gonna pop it all out and see what the damage is. I can tell that this is not gonna be like perfect at all. I can tell. All right. Actually, Not bad. I believe that's daggum what I call good enough. Ideally, you want to clean it with isopropyl alcohol and a microfiber cloth, but we have a towel covered in sand from the trunk of my car. So that's what we're gonna use, baby. But it doesn't matter because this 3M adhesive is extremely grippy. And like I already showed you, we are going to use an additional can to make sure this sucker doesn't go anywhere. Because if you know this channel, we're hard on our boats. And this boat's gonna go through a pretty brutal durability test where I plan on dropping it off of a bridge. So let's get this sucker on here good, okay? Look at all that sand and sweat. That's bad, dude. This is bad. Yeah, we gotta do the transom mount. What am I thinking? I guess we'll just do it like this real quick. Why not? We've sent it thus far and it's gone quite well. I feel like we could just drill straight through this foam, but I think it would look a little bit cleaner if I didn't. Oh, sliced way over there. Oh, this is kind of brutal. I kind of botched this horrifically. Oh no. You want to wait for it to actually get tacky. That's the key. Get tacky, then it's super sticky. Definitely want to get around all the edges. Make sure none of that sticks. Yeah, that's not going anywhere, but we got freaking one shot to get this. Gosh, this stuff is so sticky that even the non-stick 3M backing is sticking to it. I've never seen that happen. It is that sticky. Holy smokes. I mean, that's great. Oh! Oh, that's not lined up perfectly. Oh, yikes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Obviously, this is not going to stick to it. Make sure it fits. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much a perfect fit, dude. Heck yeah. We did it, I think. Enough. We did it good enough. This foam is sick. It's actually sticking really, really well. All right, we're gonna let that sit there. That's the main event. And we'll also take care of this piece, but I'll do that off camera. Actually, I just eyeballed it and it looks great. Heck yeah. Now when I trip and fall and bonk my noggin on it, won't be freaking cut me open. All right, the last thing that we have to do for this segment of this build video is simply attach this bow mount plate, whatever you want to call it, to our sheet. Now, I let this set overnight. It was actually a couple nights and it adhered to it extremely well. So far I really like the foam, but we'll wait for final judgment until we can actually get it on the water and get our feet on it. But I forgot a pin, so we are going to eyeball this the best we can. We'll just make a few marks. Pretty much all I'm doing here is I'm going to drill a couple pilot holes, and then the hardware that came with the Amazon bracket, which I will link in the description for your convenience, is all in here. So now I just got to get through this freaking thing. Maybe. Pretty thick stuff, actually. This plate is extremely thick. This might take a while. Oh. Okay, so drilling through the bottom of it made this extremely sharp, and that's where the inflatable is going to sit. So I'm going to try to dole that out with a hammer and hope for the best. Oh, that's like already fixed. Oh, is it? Oh yeah, that's easy. Okay, so since this is going, you see the holes right there, since it's going to sit like that, we're obviously not going to be able to have bolts sticking down into the boat. So the bolts are actually going to be sticking up out of the bracket, which is not going to be a big deal. But I sure hope these holes align. And what I'm trying to say is we don't want that down into the boat, right? That would not be good. We're not using a screw, we're using a bolt. So it'd be better if it was up like that. All right, take a look, baby. We got the bow mount plate installed. It is definitely not perfect, but hopefully it works for what we need it to work for. And the foam so far looks really, really awesome. And it's actually not absorbing heat, so that's pretty stinking cool. Be able to stand up here and have a lot more grip on it now. So this feels much better. Before I couldn't really use it as a casting deck, now I can. And this thing was a pain in the butt, but we went ahead and added a seat here. So this is the cooler from the boat rover. Got a little bottle opener down there, and we're gonna use it today as a dry storage, and it's designed to also be a seat for that other solo skiff. And I wanted to angle it a little bit. One, because these holes made things complicated. Two, I wanted it to kind of like go over the side of the boat and not go directly into the passenger there. And looks like it's gonna fit pretty good. Would you look at that? And we can run the cables under here, which is handy. Oh, that's so handy. Of course, we got the battery, but since we also have a grab bar, I pulled this off my e-bike, and I like to be able to have like navionics or smart fishing spots from Salt Strong up. So it's nice to have a place to put my phone to see where I'm going. So the battery, we'll figure that out in a second. This thing, I'm probably gonna clamp over to the side. And that should lock on. I mean, that's solid right there. Oh yeah. Look at that. That's pretty sick. Come over on this side and show that. So we'll have the phone sitting right there. Man, that trolling motor looks good on this thing. So I guess the only option really for the battery is I don't think it's gonna fit under here. I guess we could lay it down like this. I need a 50 amp hour, but you can tuck it, look at that, tuck it a little ways under there like that. That'll work. Let's see how this fat outboard looks. I think we should have plenty of fuel in the internal gas tank, so I think we're gonna run on that. We're just gonna test her out. We're not going on a fishing trip, so we don't need to go too far. I've never put an outboard on this little tiny inflatable. I mean, I put electric outboards, trolling motors on it. So I'm curious what's gonna happen. I can tell you that right now. This looks sick. Got the outboard, the trolling motor, the second seat. This is a legit little micro skiff. This will be perfect for rivers. And that foam, oh my gosh, it desperately needed that foam. And it's sticking really well. It's not peeling, it's not coming up. I've had so much issues with the cheaper Amazon stuff. It is perfect. All right, I'm stoked. Only one thing left to do now, and that's put it in the water. See if I can unbeach. Come on, pull us off. There we go. I'm curious how this looks from land. This thing probably looks pretty wild. Did that look wild?
That looked freaking awesome.
Dude, I was having so much fun. I did not want to stop.
Oh, I know.
Bro.
Oh, don't worry. We're about to get back out there.
Dude, this boat handles like a champ, dude. Oh my gosh. This boat right here is too much fun. I love this thing. I wasn't sure how I felt about it because it was small and it was a two-person boat, but after putting the outboard on it, it runs so well. And the angle of the bow with the plate and the trolling motor, that trolling motor doesn't try to deploy at all, which is an issue sometimes with these transom style trolling motors. And holy smokes, look at that angle. There's no way that thing's gonna deploy. And this foam through all of that, even water rushing up over the bow sometimes when I turn and hit my wake, it is still rock solid. It's not hot at all. This stuff is really, really good. What do you think of the boat?
Oh, I think it's absolutely amazing.
Dude.
Sounds like a dream.
I was just telling him the fish skiff is still my favorite boat because it's like a full-size boat. And we took me, him, and my wife out and we went all fishing. You can't do that with this boat, but this thing handles, it's so much fun. It's like a go-kart.
Ah, it feels so good.
Bro.
Oh, man.
Best part of the job right here. Feels good, doesn't it?
Oh, it feels so good, dude.
And huge thanks to hzkaicun. You guys gotta have an English name or something. Huge thanks to you guys for making this video possible. We're not done yet. I wanna see how this foam holds up after pretty much a solid day of use. And it's gonna sit out here in the sun. We've been walking on it. It's got sand on it, salt water. And we'll see how it holds up at the end, because that's really all that matters. All right, let's see how this thing reacts with this trolling motor bracket on there. Looks like it's not even budging. Yeah, it works great. Come pick me up, buddy. Come on, dude. Oh yeah, that bracket's working good too. Look at that. Valet right there, dude. Now let's try it. Oh, this EVA foam feels great. Oh yeah, this is a must. Yeah, it's working good. Heck yeah. Look at that. Not a ton of deck space up here, but just enough. Oh yeah. Look out, I can't control it. Oh, no, don't beat yourself. Oh, ouch. Oh, I just slammed that trolling motor. Heck yeah. This feels good. I like this stuff. Super grippy, doesn't absorb any water. This is a sweet build, dude. Heck yeah. All right, my brother-in-law here have been hanging out, swimming on this beach. The Lord has blessed us with an absolutely beautiful day. And as always, all the thanks goes to him for everything we have and this day. But I want to give you guys a quick tour of the build as it's done. So of course, we installed the bracket and the foam was super easy to cut. And this actually ended up working out really, really well. Kind of caused me some grief at first, but as you can see, we have been putting in some work on this thing. It's been sitting in the sun and it is not hot at all. This material is piping hot, but this is actually really cool. So it is interesting to see that the dark pattern absorbs zero heat. So really a huge fan of the hzkaicun. This sounds weird every time. Foam. We've got the Bazooka audio speaker down in here. That's like a $500 setup right there. So that thing is super loud. Of course, the 100 amp hour lithium Bluetooth battery. We have an accessory port and we have a Type-C or a USB charger right there. Quick connect terminals for our Autoboat Smart Head. And I'll link all this stuff below. We've got the cooler that he is using as a seat and we've got it strapped down. So that thing is absolutely rock solid. Nice padding. This came off my boat skiff. You've got the dry storage in there, which is super awesome. Using that as a backrest. More EVA foam here. You can throw your Navionics, your smart fishing spots right there. Couple rod holders, bench, plenty storage, dry storage, and of course, the 5 horsepower outboard. This boat has absolutely blown me away. I cannot wait to rip this up on the rivers. Again, another massive thanks to hzkaicun for making this build possible, because really we needed that foam so bad. And you know, the Amazon stuff's good. The Tiny Boat Nation stuff is a little bit out of my price range. So this is a really good happy medium. It's still really affordable, but it's not that hydro turf level, you know, $200 for a full sheet. So again, huge thanks to them. But I will link the rest of the boat build in the description for your convenience. As always, guys, all the glory goes to our Father in heaven. Tight lines and God bless.